Hello students. Now the next topic of chapter number 1, topic number 1.7, analog to analog conversion. Analog to analog conversion is representation of analog information by an analog signal. The conversion is needed if the medium is band pass in nature or if only a band pass bandwidth is available to us. Means when the medium available is band pass, in that situation we have to transfer the analog information, then we have to use analog to analog conversion. Okay, if band pass is high, then no need of use of analog to analog conversion. We can use analog to digital conversion. Okay, the analog to analog conversion can be completed in three ways. First one is amplitude modulation, that is AM. Second one is frequency modulation, that is FM. And third one is phase modulation, that is a PM. For example, in a radio, government assign a narrow bandwidth to each radio station. The analog signal produced by each station is a low pass signal, all in the same range. To be able to listen to different stations, the low pass signal need to be shifted each to a different range. Means what? जर समजा आपण रेडिओ ऐकत असो, त्या रेडिओवर बरेचसे छोटे 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 ट्यून्स असतात, टोन्स म्हणतो आपण त्याला. त्या फिरवल्यानंतर वेगवेगळ्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीवर वेगवेगळे न्यूज, सॉंग्स वगैरे वगैरे लागत असतात. मग याच्यामध्ये काय असतं, गव्हर्नमेंट काय करतो, एक नॅरो बँडविड्थ असाइन करतो प्रत्येक स्टेशनला, प्रत्येक रेडिओ स्टेशन. म्हणजे आपण म्हणतो रेडिओ मिरची 10.98.2, 100.2, 92.8 समथिंग. त्या प्रत्येक स्टेशनला एक बँडविड्थ फायनल केली जाते. ह्या बँडविड्थवर ते सिग्नल गेले पाहिजे. ठीक आहे. तर ते वेगवेगळे डिफरंट प्लॅटफॉर्मवर ते प्रत्येक चॅनल ऐकण्यासाठी डिफरंट रेंज असते. त्यासाठी आपण काय करतो, अॅनालॉग टू अॅनालॉग कन्व्हर्जन वापरतो. त्यातला फर्स्ट टाईप, दॅट इज अँप्लिट्यूड मॉड्युलेशन, एएम. म्हणजे काय, इन एएम ट्रान्समिशन द कॅरियर सिग्नल इज मॉड्युलेटेड सो दॅट इट्स amplitude varies with the changing amplitude of modulating signal, but the frequency and phase remains constant at the same time. That is not only amplitude changes to follow variation in the information, but frequency and phase remains constant. The modulated signal is the envelope of the carrier. Modulated signal means what? Already I told in the last lecture, signal is put in a carrier and that carrier is envelope, that is envelope modulation signal. Main signal is given a carrier and that carrier frequency converted into the modulated signals. Means your modulated signal how generated? Your signal is using carrier frequency, you have to convert modulated signal as shown in the figure. Here is one use of one oscillator and multiplier. What is the main function of multiplier? Multiplier is used to combine your original analog signal and the oscillator is what? What is used oscillator? Oscillator generate a carrier frequency. Then multiplier use that carrier frequency and your signal and generate a modulated signal as shown in the figure. Figure shows AM is amplitude modulation is normally implemented by using a simpler multiplier because the amplitude of carrier signal needs to be changes according to the amplitude of the modulated signal. In the bandwidth, in shown a bandwidth figure, the bandwidth of the AM signal, the modulation creates a bandwidth that is twice the bandwidth of modulated signal and covers the range centered on the carrier frequency. However, the signal components above and below the carrier frequency carries exactly same information. For this region, some information need discarded one half of the signal and cut the bandwidth in a half. That is the total explanation of the amplitude modulation. So student, everyone has to study the figure or diagram which is mentioned to the right side of the video. See it properly, read it properly, and understand what is the use of analog to analog conversion. Thank you.